2 minutes of Jewish prayer. One of the central challenges, tensions of Jewish worship is the creative tension between Keva, fixed prayer, and Kavannah, sacred intention. We have laws about how you pray, when to pray, what to pray. And in contrast to that, we want to have the sincerity of prayer to really feel the devotion in the moment. So there are two principles in conflict. Somebody wrote, order and outburst, regularity and spontaneity, uniformity and individuality, law and freedom, duty and prerogative, empathy and self-expression, insight and sensitivity, creed and faith, words, and that which is beyond words. So the tension, of course, is we need to pray, but at the same time, the regularity itself can stifle the sincerity of the worship. In general, tradition has a bias toward Keva, that fixed prayer gives us the ability through frequent worship to have the skill set necessary to pray in moments when we truly need to connect with the divine, to connect with the spark of life inside of us, to be able to feel the divine presence in the moment. But on the other hand, prayer without the intention is not prayer at all. Prayer becomes trivial when it is not an act of the soul, when we're not fully engaged. And at the same time, in contrast to that, it is the halacha, the requirement to pray, that moves prayer from just a personal act of my own desires to connect to a sacred connection to God. I pray because God mandates that I worship, and I have elevated the act into an aspect of the covenant, a sacred, frequent relationship, because I have to pray. I belong to this order and community that says this is the pathway. So like Heschel wrote many years ago, I'm grateful to God there is a duty to worship, a law to remind my distracted mind that it is time to think of God, time to disregard my ego at least for the moment. I'm not always in the mood to pray, but I do have, though, the strength to say words in the presence of God.